My name is Amy Sands-Williamson, and this is my personal approach to classroom management and discipline. My definition of discipline is to manage student behavior through prevention and intervention by working to understand our students' feelings and striving to meet the needs of our students through genuine love, care, and understanding, and ultimately striving for the development of self-discipline. The purpose of discipline is not to punish our students, but to teach them the importance of rules and procedures and how to follow them. This is a process for our students as they learn to follow rules and develop the skills necessary to be self-disciplined. In my opinion, the main duties of our students should be to focus on their learning and to try their best. I feel that with their focus on learning and willingness to put in their best effort, they are more likely to be able to develop self-discipline. However, some students may need more assistance than others in this process, and that's okay. This picture represents what I feel like it is to develop a discipline plan. It is a puzzle that you have to be willing to piece together until it fits right. I believe that to reach successful classroom management, there is a process we need to be willing to go through to obtain discipline. My theory of discipline is we first need to build rapport with our students. We need to get to know our students and make sure that they know that we genuinely love and care for them. Next, we need to establish boundaries. Our students need to have a clear understanding of the rules, expectations, and boundaries of the classroom. We need to be willing to teach our students how to follow the rules and expectations of the classroom. For example, just telling a student to be respectful doesn't teach them how to be respectful. We need to teach, practice, and rehearse how the rules and expectations can be followed. Students also need to be taught how to fix their mistakes and proper choices for the future. Teachers need to take advantage of involving stakeholders in the classroom. Involving other teachers, administration, other school staff, parents, and community members can help develop and maintain discipline in the classroom. And these strategies can ultimately lead to self-discipline, where our students can successfully make their own responsible choices, such as choosing the healthy apple or the unhealthy cupcake. A teacher's presentation in the classroom is so important in developing discipline and managing a classroom. First, a teacher must always strive to remain professional. We should always keep in mind that if you wouldn't say or do something in front of a student's parent, then it isn't an appropriate thing to do or say. Next, we need to use congruent communication when speaking to our students. Our language should be harmonious with our students. We need to be short and to the point, use I messages, reteach, use de-escalation techniques, and allow students to show the proper behavior. Teachers should also be understanding of students' frame of reference. To effectively communicate and get through to our students, we need to understand their point of view. We need to put our wants and needs to the side and understand our students first. This means we may need to make adjustments in our communication to be in sync with our students' frame of reference. Teachers also need to be trustworthy. To be a trustworthy teacher, we need to be fair, consistent, and carry a positive attitude. We can be firm with our students while also having a sense of humor to connect with them to help them feel comfortable in the classroom. And consistency is key. We want students to know that we mean what we say. Being consistent and enforcing the rules will prompt more students to follow the rules. The following are specific and observable rules that I think would benefit my classroom. Rule number 1, show respect. Respect can be a broad term, so I would want to ensure that my students know what respect means and how to be respectful. This would mean showing respect to yourself, others, and property. Rule 2, try your best. With this rule, I want my students to understand that we might not all work on the same level, but we can always try our very best. I need to be understanding, too, that each day is different and a student's best effort may vary from day to day. Be prepared. Being prepared is very important in the classroom to allow the day to run smoothly. In order to be prepared, students need to have a clear understanding of the procedures in the classroom. And Rule 4, be a whole body listener. Whole body listening is the ability to use more than just your ears to listen. Whole body listening also encompasses the ability to listen to directions and hopefully follow them. To prevent or reduce unwanted behaviors, it is important for teachers to be prepared with lessons that are fun and engaging. Here's an example of a fun lesson I facilitated outside with my students. My students were engaged in the lesson and had fun while participating. Misbehavior is prevented when students are kept on task and busy. Our demeanors as teachers really makes a difference in the classroom to prevent and reduce inappropriate behaviors. We need to work to remain calm and not have an emotional response to misbehavior. Students have the right to learn in a classroom that is safe and comfortable. This means that our students also need to feel that they belong and are important. A sense of belonging helps students to learn more efficiently and reduces misbehavior. Teachers need to understand that making changes in the classroom is necessary at times. Quality teaching may require occasional change to meet the needs of our students. And positive reinforcement is necessary to successfully manage a classroom. Students should immediately receive positive reinforcement for positive behavior for it to be repeated and used more frequently. To keep students from misbehaving, it is important to make sure that they are engaged and busy throughout the day. Being prepared helps prevent unwanted behaviors. If we want our students to be engaged and excited to learn, then we need to be excited to teach. This helps to motivate our students and makes teachers more likable and enjoyable to be around. Building relationships helps motivate students to participate and be engaged in the classroom. We need to get to know each of our students personally to show that we genuinely care and love them. One way I work to accomplish this is by attending extracurricular activities whenever possible. Making sure to encourage and praise our students helps them to be more motivated to behave appropriately. We need to consistently catch our students being good. Here's a picture of a student who was caught working hard. Lastly, for students to effectively follow the rules and procedures, they need to clearly understand what we expect of them. As teachers, we need to understand that misbehavior is to be expected. However, we also need to be able to redirect students and get them back on track when misbehavior occurs. If students don't feel loved, cared for, or belong in your classroom, redirecting unwanted behavior is going to be difficult. We need to show our students compassion and that we are a trustworthy adult in their lives. We need to communicate with our students in a non-threatening manner. Even when a student misbehaves, they still deserve to feel safe and cared for. We need to avoid criticizing, blaming, and nagging, and instead be caring, encouraging, and trusting. To redirect negative behavior, we need to identify the goal of the misbehavior. This helps us to understand our students' needs and identify a positive way to achieve this goal. We need to ensure that we always maintain our students' dignity. We never want to make our students feel unworthy or embarrassed. Students can understand what they did wrong, admit to the misbehavior, solve the problem, all while still maintaining their dignity. And nonverbal communication is a great way to quietly but effectively show a student they need to change their behavior. As seen in the picture, we want to nurture and water our students to help them grow and become self-disciplined. To have an effective classroom management plan, you need to make sure that everyone is on the same page. For example, if PBIS is being implemented in the school, then everyone needs to have a clear understanding of the expectations and how it is being implemented in the classroom. Students also need to have a clear understanding of what is expected of them. They need to know what the rules and procedures are, why they are important, and how to follow them, and what the consequences are if not followed. Again, teachers may have to practice, rehearse, and reteach the rules and procedures for students to have a clear understanding of what they are and how to follow them. We also need to have consistent communication with caretakers to effectively implement a classroom management plan, such as rules and procedures. We can do this by communicating with them through programs like Class Dojo, phone calls, and newsletters. And PBIS is an important tool to promote positive behavior while also providing support to each of our students. Through PBIS, teachers, administrators, guidance counselors, and other various school staff work together to establish and maintain a positive school environment. We need to work to show genuine passion when we teach. We can get excited while teaching and make learning fun. Here's a picture of my TA standing in front of our decorated door of our ocean theme we had last year. We need to make sure that we encourage our students and give them praise for positive behavior and hard work. This can keep them motivated, on task, and excited to learn. Order and consistency can help to keep our students on task and engaged in their learning. Having a plan and being consistent helps students to stay on task and not get off track due to boredom. Positive reinforcement is important to help keep students energized and focused. Meaningful prizes such as extra free time, a head nod of approval, or even special time with the teacher are the most effective. And students are more likely to follow rules when they are involved in making them. Students can be involved by giving examples of wanted and unwanted behaviors. Allowing students to be involved in your classroom helps them to feel valued, loved, cared for, and part of a tight-knit class community. Thanks for watching.